Today, I'm going to show you a universal method for overclocking any GPU, no matter what brand or model you're using. This will boost your FPS, improve your game's stability, and even make your entire system feel smoother and more responsive overall. And don't worry, this is a no BS tutorial. No sponsor interruptions. No endless talking. Just straight to the point, step by step, and easy to follow. So grab your system, follow along, and let's get started. First, head to the description below. You'll find two important links there, one for MSI Afterburner and one for MSI Kombustor. You're going to need both of these free tools to follow along with this tutorial. MSI Afterburner is the main tool we'll use to actually overclock your GPU, adjusting core clock, memory clock, and more. MSI Kombustor is what we'll use to stress test the GPU afterwards, making sure it's stable and safe so you don't accidentally overheat or damage anything. Go ahead and download both tools. Once they're installed, launch MSI Afterburner, and we'll get started. Inside MSI Afterburner, look for a small blue K icon near the top. That's the shortcut to Kombustor. Click it, and it'll launch a new window that looks something like this. Now here's why this tool matters. Kombustor runs a stress test that pushes your GPU to its limits in real time. This makes it perfect for testing your overclock settings live, so you can see exactly how stable your tweaks are before jumping into a game. Quick but crucial warning. Never just max out your overclock settings and launch into gameplay. That's how systems crash, games freeze, or, worst case, you permanently damage your GPU. Kombustor lets you dial in the highest safe performance boost without putting your hardware at risk. Before starting the stress test, set the resolution in Kombustor to match your in-game resolution for realistic results. Enable full screen mode. Start the stress test and leave it running in the background. This simulates an actual gaming environment while we tweak the settings. Back in MSI Afterburner, look for the gear icon that opens the settings menu. Once you're in, stay on the General tab and make sure your main GPU is selected from the drop-down list. This ensures you're making changes to the correct graphics card, especially if you're on a laptop or a system with integrated graphics. Go ahead and drag both the power limit and temperature limit sliders all the way to the maximum. Don't worry, this step is completely safe. You're not forcing your GPU to run hotter or use more power all the time. You're just giving it the option to, if it needs it for better performance. Once both sliders are maxed out, click the green check mark to apply your changes and lock them in. Now it's time to set your fan speed manually to help keep your GPU cool during stress testing. Auto mode won't always ramp the fans up fast enough, so we'll take control. Crank the fan speed up to somewhere between 70% and 100%, depending on how much fan noise you're okay with. Higher speeds will keep temps lower, but they'll be louder, so adjust to your comfort. Once you've set it, click the green check mark to apply. This helps make sure your GPU stays in a safe temperature range, between 65 degrees Celsius and 85 degrees Celsius, even under full load. And don't worry, your GPU is built to handle this. Keeping it cool is the key to both stability and longevity. Now for the fun part, increasing your core clock. This is where the performance gains really start to happen. Here's how to do it safely and step by step. Start by adding plus 20 MHz to the core clock slider. Click the green check mark to apply. Now keep an eye on Kombustor running in the background. If everything looks smooth and stable, no crashes or weird behavior, you're good. Add another plus 20 MHz, apply, and repeat the process. Take it slow and steady, always watching Kombustor after each change. Eventually, Kombustor will freeze, crash, or show visual artifacts. That's how you know you've hit your upper limit. Let's say you crash at plus 180 MHz. In that case, your safe overclock is about 20 to 40 MHz below that. So you'd lock in a stable value like plus 140 MHz or plus 160 MHz to keep things reliable. And if you ever notice stutters, flickering, or visual glitches during testing, dial it back immediately. Stability always comes first. Next up is the memory clock. While this won't boost your FPS as much as the core clock, it can still improve performance in certain scenarios. Use the same safe strategy here. Start by increasing the memory clock in plus 20 MHz or plus 50 MHz increments, whatever you're comfortable with. Hit the check mark to apply each time and keep monitoring Kombustor closely after every adjustment. Keep going until Kombustor crashes, freezes, or shows visual glitches. Then you've found the limit. Once you hit that point, dial it back by 20 to 50 MHz to find a stable value you can safely use long term. Memory overclocks tend to make the biggest difference in high-resolution games, or those with heavy textures, like open-world titles or modded games. But don't stress too much, this part isn't critical for most people. Repeat after me. Don't touch core voltage. Seriously, this setting is high risk and low reward. It doesn't improve your FPS in any noticeable way, can reduce the lifespan of your GPU, might void your warranty, and worst case, you could brick your card. Just leave it alone. You'll still get 95% of the performance boost from overclocking, with none of the danger. Smart overclocking is about pushing limits safely, not recklessly. Every GPU is different. Your RTX 3060 might hit +150 core clock, but someone else's may only go +100. If you're on a laptop, be more conservative. Heat is your biggest enemy. Run Kombustor for 10 to 15 minutes after your final settings to make sure it's truly stable. If you're gaming and experience crashes or weird behavior, just go back into Afterburner and lower your clocks a bit. And that's it. You've just learned how to safely overclock any GPU using free tools and without any fluff. If this helped you out, the best way to support the channel is by smashing that like button. I answer every single question in the comments, so if you're stuck, drop it below and I'll help you out.